Hey guys, it's Cheyenne here. Oh, that glare. Anyway, with Purple Phoenix Intuitive Tarot, I have a message for y'all today. Actually, we're going to find out about that message. So, I don't know if y'all have been following, but on my channel here on YouTube, I posted two different readings. Part 1 and part 2, and it's about this divine masculine, okay, which I use little Harry to, I've been using little Harry for his pile, anyway, to mark his pile, but anyway, a divine masculine who wants to go and rescue this divine feminine, and she's like on this merry-go-round. It's like real toxic, it's chaotic, it's just spinning out of control, it's like a karmic relationship that she's in, it's just, they're both very karmic for each other, they're, it's just, things are not good, anyway. And so I thought I was done with the message after the second video, but no, my brain went here. Like, what is this message? Like, we gotta get to the bottom of it, okay? We gotta find out what this message is that's been blocked, Anyway, let me do my little intro first, okay, guys? Hey, guys, my name is Cheyenne. I'm here with Purple Phoenix. Please feel free to subscribe down below. And don't forget to click that little notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I do a reading. Okay? Just a few warnings before we get going. I do cuss a little. Okay, guys? I do cuss a little. I use a bell, which can be loud for sensitive ears. And I do use dice, which can also be loud for sensitive ears. But I will warn y'all of those before I use them. Okay, guys? So back to the reading. Oh, and this is a general reading. It's not a personal one-to-one reading, okay? Yeah, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't fit. He could be a she could be a he. It's all about the energy, okay, guys? He has, so let me tell y'all a little bit about the notes. In the description box below, I will let y'all know what time the reading begins, okay? So that y'all can just fast forward if you don't want to hear all this part, okay? But anyway, so what I wrote down, I was like, okay, we got to figure out about this message. And I wrote down who, what, when, where, why, okay? And I was like, okay, so who is blocking this message? What is this message about? When will this message become unblocked? Where will the collective be when they receive this message? And why did someone block this message, okay? Another question I wrote down, because I kept calling that dang merry-go-round the wheel. And guys, I got to thinking about it. I was like, the Wheel of Fortune, that talks about the wheel in the sky turning. If you've been getting karma, you're fixing to get dharma, right? And here's what entered my brain when I started thinking about the Wheel of Fortune. When you get off this toxic, aka karmic merry-go-round, the wheel, okay, you will receive dharma, turning karma into dharma. The wheel in the sky is turning. I put right now you are or may be receiving karma because you are attached to it. Like, guys, you can be a good person. You're not going around hurting anybody. You could be a strong empath, but you're just connected to someone who's very karmic, and like, they don't do good, they do things behind people's back. They may gossip, lie, cheat, I don't know, but whatever they're doing, it creates karma, right? And if you're attached to it, like you've created a soul tie with this person, you've had sex with them, okay, then if you create that soul tie like that, you're connected to that karma. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. Okay? It's just how, I don't know, it's just things that, I don't know, it's just how I feel about it. Dang, my cat. Let me go let my cat in. Neo, what are you doing? Come on, buddy. Yeah. Did you want to be in here where I'm at? He's so funny. But, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, yeah, you're just, it's like you're connected to karma, you know? And so, like, things just aren't going to go right. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're on this toxic merry-go-round. It's like nothing's ever going right. It's a same shit, different day. You know what I mean? Anyway, energetically, physically, mentally, sexually, you know, it could be a spouse, a partner, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, someone you're connected to intimately. You know what I mean? That's going to be, you know, anyway. Even if you're a good person, like I said, if you're attached to someone karmic, you will feel the karma too. That's what I think God was talking about in the Bible when he talks about being unequally yoked. It would be like that. It would be this person, they're yoked to karma. You know what I mean? And if you're yoked to dharma, you're unequally yoked. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be confusing because, like, it's like sometimes you get dharma, sometimes you get karma. You know, it just depends on what's going on. And I feel like in that relationship, you know, like, is one person creating a bunch of karma? You know, if so, then yeah, if you're yoked to it, you're gonna feel it too. You know what I mean? So how can you detach? Guys, this is very important. Even if you're in this relationship, you cannot get out. You know, like for some reason you're unable to get out right now, you can go ahead and start energetically detaching. And it's so smart to do this because then it's like you're creating this boundary. Like, you're able to create boundaries. If you start detaching yourself from this person, you know, and you know it's just not a good relationship all the way around. You know what I mean? You can detach from them. Physically, you'd have to leave. You'd have to there's no ifs, ands, or buts, you know. You'd have to leave the relationship, go find somewhere else to stay, like leave them physically, you know. Energetically though, like, there's cord cutting rituals. Look into those. You can use like 2 candles. There's those rituals these help you visualize like the detachment. You know what I'm saying? Things like that help you visualize it. Just like in our fire ceremonies, when you're letting go of different things that no longer serve you, your highest good, you know. And it could be relationships, but that visual of your putting your paper in the fire, watching it burn, watching the embers lift up into the heavens, you know, like, it's a very powerful visual that helps you see that release. You know what I mean? In prayer, of course, prayer, when you're praying, you have to believe, guys. You have to believe that your prayer is already answered. You don't know when you're going to be able to see this answer. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to see, you don't know when, but you know the prayer is already answered. You know, one of the biggest things about prayer, you have to visualize it already happening. It's already happened. You know what I mean? Smell it, taste it, feel it, see it, you know, hear it. The whole experience, you know, when you're praying, whatever it is you're seeking, you have to fully experience yourself in that. Like, if you're praying to be happy, then you need to sense it with all your senses in your, you know, in your prayer. Like, see it, see yourself there, feel it, taste it, smell it, you know, all of it. But yeah, that's a few things. There's also different rituals too. Soul ties, one of the biggest ways to disconnect the soul tie connection, you know, no sexual contact, period. You know what I mean? You just got go celibate. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do, but if you don't want to create any soul ties, celibacy is the way. Okay? And rituals, there's different rituals to to cut those like soul ties, yeah, do it in a fire ceremony. You can disconnect from that person that way. But yeah, I really wanted to find out, like, too, when this wheel and the sky is going to turn in your favor, when you're going to experience your dharma, you know. And there were so many fives up in here, guys. Like, you know, who, what, when, where, why. And I thought, man, that's a lot of W's. So I looked up the W. In the alphabet, it's the 23rd letter. 2 plus 3 equals 5, right? Plus there's 5 questions, you know? So it means there's 5 fives. I don't know why, but I wrote down message will create conflict, you know? 5, W is the number 5, represents 5 in numerology as well. I mean, like, when you're figuring up, like, your name in numerology, W is a number 5, okay? And that's the Pythagorean numerology chart that I use. Anyway, but there are like 7 fives is what I count, like 5 there plus 5 in the alphabet, you know, 23rd letter, and 5 in numerology. 7 times 5 equals 35 equals 8. Okay, I don't know where I was going with this, but it just kept entering my brain, all these numbers. And if you add up, how did in the world? Oh, it equals 8, and that made me think of the Strength card and the Star card, which is 8 and 8, like 17. The Star card's number 17, which reduces down to an 8, so it'd be like 8, 8. Anyway, it made me think of the full moon in Aquarius, the number 8 does, because the Strength card is Leo card. Well, the sun's going to be in Leo, and on the day of the full moon's going to be in Aquarius. So I thought of the full moon, and I thought, okay, 8, 9, 20, 25, you add that up, or you reduce that down, it adds up to an 8. Now, that made me think of the 8-8 portal, and I thought, well, maybe the 8-8 portal and this full moon are somehow connected to this message. You know, I don't know. I don't know, guys, but this situation could somehow be connected to the 8-8 portal and the full moon. Those could be very significant for whoever's going through this situation with this divine masculine and this divine feminine who's on a merry-go-round that's very toxic and won't stop. Okay, what is it? 13, 17. Okay, so I'm going to start doing the reading now. Oh, I'm going to keep these questions, though, like right here, so I won't forget them. Alright, guys. So before we begin this reading, I'm going to ring the bell, okay? This may be loud for sensitive ears. We're going to begin with, I'm going to ask the question, and this deck looks very small, doesn't it? It's because I pulled out all of the major arcana. I thought, you know, let's answer the questions with major arcana cards. I don't know why, but that's what I was called to do, so that's what we're going to do. And this is the deck I wrote down too. I was like, what in the world? Because I've been staying, like, I'll stay up at night and sleep during the day. I don't know, but anyway, it was like late at night when I wrote all these notes down. That's why I tried to make it a nice and neat little thing, and then like things would just pop into my brain, and so I would just write all these little notes everywhere. But yeah, anyway, let's get going. So for the collective, so this is a continued message. I put a little Ferris wheel at the beginning of the description, and I will on this one as well, so that y'all know those three connect. But yeah, this divine masculine and the collective. So there's a message that's being blocked, and we need to find out what's going on with this message. Dear Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit. So who is blocking this message between the collective and this divine masculine? Who is blocking this message? Who's blocking this message? Thank you. Someone who, a Sagittarius energy. That's why I wanted to do it like this. I mean, other energies may come out, you know, as we pull tarot, but I kind of wanted to find out, like, you know, so it could be a feminine energy that's blocking this message. Someone with Sagittarius in their chart, strong in their chart, like Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus. But yeah, could be strong fire in their chart. Could be someone like a husband, a dad, actually that's the Emperor. That would be the divine masculine. He could know this person. It could be another divine masculine, you know. Alright, dear Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, what is this message about? I'm going to cut it each time just to make sure that, you know, what is this message about? High Priestess, about someone's intuitive messages? Oh, this could be you, Divine Feminine. So the message could be about you. It could be about someone who has Pisces in their chart, strong Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus. This message could be about, someone's, look, it could be something you wrote down in your journal, in your diary. You see how she's got a book there? So it could be a message about something you wrote down. It could be a message about something an intuitive message you received, okay? All right. We'll find out, though. We're going to get some tarot. Hierophant. Could be a message about someone who has Taurus in their chart. Okay, when will this message become unblocked? We're looking for a number here. I mean, we don't have to. You know, I could go by the sign we get, figure out, you know, which months or what dates that would be. Okay, when will this message become unblocked? Dear Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Spirit of Collective. Oh man, why do we have to get two? But that is so cool. The Magician. When God says so. God, that's funny. The Magician. Sometimes I think of that as like Jesus, you know, and so it's like when he says so, that's when the message is going to get unblocked. But look how, this is so curious. The cards came out in the shape of a heart. Okay. The Moon and the Wheel of Fortune. Holy cow, guys. That's clarity. That's the wheel in the sky turning. The wheel. There it is. So the Moon, that is Pisces energy. That is the Pisces card. The Moon. And then it's also, the moon also rules Cancer, okay? So, let's see. Oh my gosh, that would be March. You know, in one of the messages, I can't remember if it was part 1 or part 2, we found out that this message, it was like, it was sent in March, but it's going to be seen in September. This is when the message is going to be unblocked. Pisces, that would be the end of February, beginning of March. So like February 19th, February 20th, to March 20th, somewhere around, it would be around there. You'll have to look it up, okay? I'm not real familiar with those dates. But I do know it would be middle of February to beginning of March. So there could have been a message, I mean, it could have been sent then, that's what I'm saying. And with the moon, that could say, you know, it was hidden then in March, okay, or end of February. Let me keep it out here. The Wheel of Fortune, let's see real quick. Jupiter, okay. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, that's what I thought. So Sag season is in the middle of November, like November, or let's just say around November 20th to December 20th, okay? That's Sag season, so that could be when this message gets unblocked, okay? I'm also seeing the number 18, so it could be unblocked on the 18th of this month. It could be unblocked on the 10th of this month. It could be unblocked. Let's get a month card. We'll get a month card for that. So it can be more precise. But ultimately, it's going to be unblocked when God says so, okay? Where will the collective be? Yeah, when they receive this message. Where will they be when they receive this message? In the court of law? Yeah. Holy shit, guys. That's what I keep getting too. It's like, you know, like in one of the readings, it was the message was going to be revealed in the court of law, you know? So it could be revealed, yeah, guys, in the court of law. That's when you're going to, this message is going to be unblocked. You're going to be able to see it, okay? Is in the court of law. Good deal. Why did someone block this message? Why did someone block this message? Ooh, those just jumped out on top. Alright, why did someone block this message? Whoa, guys. Judgment is being called. Y'all are going to get this message. But the Emperor is sideways. It's like someone was blocking an Emperor for the Divine Masculine's message. It could have been a message from the Divine Masculine that got blocked. Okay, guys? Yeah. A wish come true. Look at that. So why did someone block this message? Because this Emperor is wanting to let you know that you are their dream come true. They want to take a new, they want to marry you. They want to go on a new adventure with you. You know, that's what I feel. That's why it was blocked, because it was a message about rescuing you. It was a message about rescuing you, guys. That's why it got blocked. It sounds like you're toxic masculine that you're on this wheel of freaking, or this merry-go-round with. It feels like they blocked this fucking message. I guarantee you they have Sag in their chart. This is giving me, look at that. Do y'all see those goosebumps on me? I get those whenever I just feel it strong, something. It's like something, it's like letting me know I'm on the right track, you know. It's like, good job, Cheyenne, you got the message. Oh, thank you, dear Heavenly Father. Okay. Wow, judgment's being called. I'm getting chills again. See, I'm a Libra through and through, guys. Like, I love justice. I love hearing that someone got justice. Like, if they've been done wrong, I love hearing that they got justice. You know, that justice was served. One of my favorite things. And I like the truth. I love it, actually. I love the truth. I love, I don't know. I love the truth. I would tattle on myself. Like, oh, that's just how, wait, what am I doing? I need these. Okay, so, this question will be answered. I may not pull tarot on this one because it's, when will this message become unblocked? Okay, clarification. When will this message become unblocked? I'm just going to use the tea leaf month cards for that. Let me see who the heck is, oh, it's my daughter. Hold on just a second, guys. Okay. Anyway, I am going to clarify all of them with the tarot, but like I said, maybe not this section because it asks when will the message become unblocked. In the court of law, we know where you'll be. But when, I don't think we really need tarot. I think I'm just going to use a month card, okay, guys? Confirmation. Oh, golly. Let me turn off the, well, no, that's my daughter. Okay. It's like I don't have a car, kid. Oh, we got Empress on the bottom. Yeah, there you are. Collective. That's y'all. Alright, Heavenly Father. We want to know more about this message that's being blocked. Death and rebirth. Ooh, you're going to be victorious. You're going to get this message. You're going to be able to see this message, guys, okay? Whatever it was that was blocked, you're going to be able to see it. Yes. Look at there. You've been transmuting. You are on a toxic merry-go-round. And the only way I feel like y'all have made it through it is you've been healing through it. Yeah, hell yeah. Look at you. You're probably a beautiful person. You know it? On the inside, on the outside, you're just, yeah, look at that. My goodness, you are an Empress, aren't you? You got, which the Empress, she embodies all the queens of the deck. So yeah, she's a badass. Ace of Wands, your intuition's on point. You know, you already know. You just don't have probably an exact date, but you've probably seen it. You've probably dreamed it. You've probably felt it. You know there's a message out there that has been blocked. Okay, so alright. So who is blocking this message? We got Temperance. Can you clarify that for us today, please? Temperance. Who is this Temperance? Who's blocking this message from the Divine Feminine? Wow, that one is like I'm boot scooting off the table and everything. Knight of Swords. Was there more than one card? Okay, maybe not. Oh, the Star. Yeah, they're blocking it because they know it's your path. Could be an Aquarius energy. They could have Aquarius in their chart. So they could have like Sagittarius strong in their chart and Aquarius strong in their chart. Okay. Someone who doesn't have any patience. They have no patience whatsoever. Oh gosh, they're very toxic, manipulative. Yes, we already know that. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the confirmation. Yeah. They saw this message. They saw that someone wanted to bring you a love offer. They saw that this person said, "You are my dream come true." You know, it pissed them off because, I mean, they're with you and they've been controlling you, and this would, you'd have the opportunity to have freedom to leave, to not be under their control, and they do not like that. It was something that never had a solid foundation, you know. Someone who has no patience. Strong earth here. So there could be strong earth in their chart. They could have Leo strong in their chart. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node. They could have water in their chart. Capricorn card right there. And then, yeah, very much earth. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles, I'm not real sure about. But let me look up, let me see. Yes, this, it feels like Seven of Pentacles reverse. It talks about frustration and patience, lack of reward. This marriage was not rewarding. You know what I mean? To this person that you're with, and it was like a bad investment. You know, it's like a failure. This relationship, they're very manipulative. That's who is blocking this message. Someone who's very controlling, very manipulative. This, I feel, is what the message was about. It's about someone who wants to bring you a love offer. You have a secret admirer. Could be Leo, Aquarius, could be in their chart, water, okay? But that's what they're blocking. I feel like that's strong. Yeah, they're controlling. Things were just not working in this relationship, which we know that. Thank you for the confirmation. All right. They could be real hasty. Or maybe they saw this person moving towards you. Oh my gosh. That could be you, guys. Divine Feminine, that's part of Empress energy, is the Queen of Swords. Hangman. You're letting go. It's like someone moving slow and steady, someone moving fast. Yeah, it's like they saw, I don't know. Alright, this High Priestess. The message, what is the message about? High Priestess. Okay. Alright, so what is this about? You already know, I feel like, what this message is about. Yeah, we've already got clarification for it. That's true. So what is this message about? Can you let us know anything as far as what this message is about? An unhappy home. 10 of Pentacles in reverse talks about loss, financial failure, isolation. 10 of Swords, a painful permanent ending. Weighing out the pros and cons. Being left out in the cold, you know, temporary financial hardship. They could have been inquiring about all that, like, hey, are you divorced? Are you going through a divorce? You know, how are you feeling? Are you, you know, like, has this ended yet? You know, something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, Queen of Cups. There's another, you know, that's part of who the Empress is, man. You were transmuting. You were trying to balance everything out. It was a very unhappy home. You did feel depleted. You did want you did want this painful permanent ending, but it's like, you know, in the works. It's not fully finished yet. You know, that's what I feel. When it does, you're going to be this. You know, so someone could have been asking you, hey, are you single? Or, you know, it's a strong, independent person. Maybe they know you are the strong, independent person deep down. Yeah, it was a message of the truth. Look at that. You know, they could have been asking, you know, like, or letting you know, I'm an option. I want to, you know, or maybe they just knew that you were confused. Maybe they were asking, you know, if you were feeling confused. You know, maybe they were confused about, you know, whether you're divorced or not. They wanted to know the truth. They wanted to know if there was any kind of you know, like domestic violence type thing going on, you know, any kind of disputes, any kind of chaos. You know, they're like, hey man, you know, I want to know the truth about this. And yeah, they want to know if it's ended. It's like they were asking if your relationship has ended. You know, if you've been able to get out of this toxic situation. You know, and they might have been asking, how bad is it? You know, how bad is it that what you're going through right now? You know, and they want to help you. And of course, this person, if they're manipulative and they're controlling, yeah, probably got control of your phone, guys, to your social media, okay? They've probably got control of all of that, you know? They know they have access to it. And so then, yeah, you're not going to get any messages. They probably block messages from your friends, you know, because they're trying to cut you off from the whole entire world. You know what I mean? That's what, when they're real controlling like that and very manipulative, absolutely, they can absolutely do that. They can get you locked out of your phone. They can get you, you know, like, you've got the password set and you've got, you know, you just set it. But then, like, you go to try to log back in because, I don't know why you would have got logged out. Or maybe you need to log in to download an app or something, right? And it's like, it won't let you. And you're like, wait, but that's my password. You know what I mean? And it just, then you're locked out. You know what I mean? And yeah, that can absolutely happen. I have experienced that firsthand. And so yeah, you can absolutely get, and they'll try to make you think that you're going crazy. They'll try to make you think that oh, you're really forgetful right now. Maybe you shouldn't be changing your passwords all the time. And then you'd remember them. It's like, okay, if you wrote it down, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're gonna remember it. So if you wrote it down, and then, but like, what do you do? What do you say to that? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can say. When they're that toxic, your hands are tied. I understand that, guys, firsthand. Anyway, the moon and the wheel of fortune. Oh yeah, we were gonna pull the month card for those. So when will this message become unblocked for the collective? I'm just gonna do a little side shuffle here, and then we'll cut them. Holy shit! March, September. Those guys, I am telling you, there is something strong about that. March could be the month of that you were born. September could be the month that you're born. March or September could be the person who's blocked this message. It could be their birth month, you know. Could be the divine masculine. His birth month could be March or September. Something's going on in March and September, okay, guys? And it could be the message was blocked in March, or you could have had two blocked. You know, you could have two people blocking messages, one on each side. I don't know. This is weird. March and September came back out again. August on the bottom. That's this month. Alright, for the collective, when will this message become unblocked? Thank you. June is on the bottom again. May. Okay. So I'm keeping all three of those guys because March and September are very significant. I don't know why. But now we have May here, and June has been on the bottom of the deck now like twice. So maybe all three. I don't remember. I need to rewatch the first reading. But I can remember the energy that I was getting from that reading. Okay, so where will the collective be when they receive this message? They're going to be in the court of law. That's how I feel about that. They're going to be in the court of law. Justice, you know? Could be the month of, what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not right. Oh, that's because that deck is different. Justice is usually card number 11. So it could be November, the month of November. 10 of Cups. So where will the collective be when they receive this message? You could be at work. Page of Pentacles. Someone bringing you an offer, a job opportunity. Four of Pentacles. That could be someone holding on to you, you know. Yeah. Security, control, conservatism. Yeah, guys, I feel like this is going to be in the court of law or a place where you're learning. You know, it's going to be highly secure. This place is going to have good security. A place where, you know, opportunities it feels like school, you know. It could be a place of business, you know what I mean? And it's to do with the law. But you're going to be, I feel, somehow working, or this could be in the court of law. And there's two earth signs there. Very earthy energy, grounded energy. You could have just started a job, and you're, you're being very conservative with your money at the time. So, and then 10 of Cups on the side, it could be when you're going through a divorce, you know. It could be that you're going through a divorce with this person, and that's when you find out. Let me look at 10 of Cups in the reverse, because that would be the opposite of emotional fulfillment, you know. Yeah, you're going to be going through a divorce when you get the truth about this message. King of Cups could be significant. Knight of Wands, the Chariot. That could be this, yes, divine masculine coming in to bring you a message. There he is, Emperor, holy cow. Yeah. Message of the truth. God's making it happen. Alright, why did someone block this message? Because they know this person is your person. Oh, we got 5 of Swords. Someone's feeling really regretful. Oh, probably about this message. Maybe about the divorce. No, I bet they were feeling regret about the message. What do y'all think? Oh. Alright. For the collective, why did someone block this message? Why did someone block this message? Because they're trying to control shit. They're all up in their ego, you know? That's strong Virgo, Gemini energy, Leo energy. Magician talks about skill, manifestation, resourcefulness. And then Strength talks about courage, influence, compassion. But to me, yeah, it could just mean like someone was very strong and courageous, and they took action. You know, they manifested. It was part of their manifestation was to send you this message and let you know how strongly they feel about you, how passionately they feel about you. And so I feel like that's why somebody blocked it. And they could have been in their ego. They could have been trying to manipulate things, you know. Yes. Yeah. Foresight. Planning. Can we get some more as to why someone blocked this message? Because it's like you already, it's like you knew it was coming. And yeah, guys, you knew it was coming. Your intuition probably told you it was coming, you know? Yeah. It's a new path. It's a path that God wants you to take with a divine partner. I'm telling you, someone who you're going to raise kids with, you're going to be with him for a long time. The Fool, it's a brand new, guys, gosh, y'all have got a lot of major arcana there. 101586. Wait, let's do those together, and then this is how those come out. So 18560. Those numbers could be significant. 18560. There's 4 major arcana there to answer that question. Yeah, someone blocked it because it's a brand new path for you, you know? It's going to make you super happy. Why would someone want to block something? Well, because they're toxic and they're controlling you. They're manipulative. They want to have you and no one else. Okay, guys. So I'm going to get some intention cards for the first question and the last question, okay? So what are this Temperance, what's their intentions? So this person who's blocking the message, what are their intentions? What are their intentions? You're a nuisance. I feel obligated to associate with you. Well, then why didn't you let the message come through so she could be with her freaking divine union? You know, what the hell? If she's such an obligation, future revenge. Yeah, they got some things planned. Let me grab. Oh, what in the world did I just knock over? Okay. I didn't mean to knock over anything. I'm just cold. Oh, my cat. He's been up here into my feathers. Little turkey. Yeah, I don't know what I knocked over. Oh, essential. Yeah, look at this, guys. What are their intentions? This person who's blocking the message. Yeah. This came out yesterday. I find your stories comical and your life a source of entertainment. They're using your stories against you, man. Everything. They make fun of your intuition, even though they know it's true. You know what I mean? They know it's real. They know it's... Anyway. But they use it so they can gossip about you. You'll be eager to hear this, but beware, what I say about others could easily be said about you. I feel like in the future they're wanting to seek revenge because those both fell in my lap. They're very envious. I resent that you have what I most desire, so I will belittle your successes to make myself look better. They're envious. They're envious of this person who they know. They know. Divine Masculine, if you're watching this, they know. This person, this toxic person that the Divine or Feminine's on a freaking Wheel of Fortune with, they know that you are their divine union. You are the person that God has planned for them for this next chapter in their life, in the divine feminine's life. The next chapter in her life involves you. You know, you are like a dream come true to her. And that makes them envious because they never were. You know what I mean? They're a karmic partner. It's probably all based on lust. You know what I mean? And yeah, in the future, they want to seek revenge. Our paths are destined to align, though the purpose may still be unclear. I'm looking to damage you in retaliation for perceived wrongs. Yeah. They are planning to seek revenge in the future. That is for sure. My right ear keeps clicking when I'm talking, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, so why did someone block this message? Can we get their intentions as to why they blocked it? Why were they blocking this message? Why were they blocking this message? Again, you're an obligation to them, okay? They feel obligated to block it. Yeah, because they didn't want you to have this, they didn't want you to have this support. I'm here to support and elevate you while expecting nothing in return. My intentions are pure and I want only to elevate and improve your life. I accept and respect you for who you are and ask only for the same in return. They didn't want you to have this, guys. Maybe they wanted to be that for you, but they can't because they're just so damn toxic. You know what I mean? This person who's sending you a message is very good. It's so awesome. I hope. Confirmation. I hope y'all get this message in September, you know, because that's right around the corner. Alright, let's get some Kipper cards. Do we have enough time? 57. Wow, this lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Family room. Yeah, this definitely has something to do. Could be a divorce, you know. Yeah, I hope y'all get the answer to this message in September, you know, or March or May, whenever. That's so weird that March and September came back out. But you're going to be able to see it in May. It's going to become unblocked in May. That's awesome. Or hopefully September, that's sooner, you know. Alright, for the collective, can we get some more clarification on who's blocking this message? Courtship. Yeah, somebody you're with. It's either someone you're with or someone your divine masculine's with. Okay. 4. Oh, could be an emperor. Could be someone with a life path 4. Could be someone in an emperor energy, a father, dude, another emperor, you know. I don't know though. Oh, confirmation. Emperors in reverse can be very controlling, very manipulative, and yeah, strong fire in their chart. Someone in your family, you could be married to them. Could someone in your community. Journey, imprisonment, false person. They're gonna go see someone who's locked up. Okay. What is this message about? Can we get some clarification on what this message is about? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. What is this message about? About message in reverse. It's blocked right now. Yes, thank you. Confirmation. It's about a great fortune, guys. Tool and labor reverse. So this message is about a great fortune. But right now, it was hard work for them to block it. Yeah, official person from your divine union. There you are, privileged lady. False person's going to jail. Yeah. Okay. Where will the collective be when they receive this message? Feels like they're going to be getting a divorce in the court of law. Yeah. Yeah. Adjudication. Alright, so where will the collective be when they receive this message? Where will they be when they receive this message? Okay, you're going to be with your false person, your false twin flame. Yeah, there you are, both of y'all getting a divorce. Or it could be, oh, it could be these people who were blocking the message, I guess. They could be getting in trouble in the court of law. Change reverse. I'm going to take change in the upright because I feel like there is a change. You know, it's going to be, and I feel like both of those are in reverse because that's who's getting divorced. You know, that or they're, yeah, that's the unhappy home. Can we get some more on that? Where will the collective be when they receive this message? Mature one reverse. High honor. Okay. Alright, so these people are in reverse. Okay, so they're not good. She's considered a meddler, okay? You're going to be in the court of law, and these three people are somehow involved, but they're not on your side, okay? That's what I feel about that. Change reverse, it's like maybe they don't want this change, you know? They don't want this change to happen, okay? But you're, yeah, because you're of high honor. You're of high honor. Okay. Why did someone block this message? Well, we know why. Because it's an awesome freaking message. That's why. Because it's going to put them in poverty and make them be in bad health. Oh, well. Yeah. It'd be very selfish for you to block the message because of that. But anyway, why did they block this message? Because they knew you were expecting it. They knew you were expecting this message. And they didn't want you to get it. It's like that was on the side. They knew you were expecting it because your intuition told you it was coming. You know what I mean? You probably dreamed about it. And they knew you were expecting it. They knew you were expecting to receive a message from this person. And so, yeah, and they didn't want to be in poverty and bad health. They knew you were going to get an unexpected income. Can we get some more as to why? Why did someone block this message? Why did someone block this message? Yeah, they didn't want him to be in despair. Because they knew you were getting an unexpected income. Oops. Which is going to cause them to be in bad health. Yeah. They're going to be in despair. Because you're getting a sudden wealth. You're getting a dream come true. You know? That's number 11. Well, okay. Guys, I think that was pretty freaking clear. What do y'all think? Thank you, dear Heavenly Father. This made a lot, you know, it made it make sense. Like, it's like this person is one of those, yeah, very controlling person. What do they call it? A misogynist, where the person, where they're like, think they're in control of their wife, you know, their spouse, whatever. And, you know, you're supposed to cook and clean and do all these things, like a male chauvinist pig, you know what I mean? Someone who's very controlling, keeps them away from family and friends. They feel guilty if they go out and visit family and friends because of things this person says. This person, you know, that y'all are with, you know, on this freaking toxic wheel or merry-go-round. This person is very toxic, very controlling. Yeah, and so no, they did not want you to receive this message, whatever it is. They didn't want you to receive it because they knew you'd be able to get out. They would have no control over your money because you'd have your own source of income. You know, it could be a job too. But it's like they didn't want you to receive this. It's like if you ever got a job or anything and you became financially independent, you were going to be able to leave. You know what I mean? And they didn't want that. So they're one of those people who doesn't let you work, doesn't let, you know, they don't want you having friends, they don't want you hanging out with your family. They make you feel guilty about it, so then you won't do it, you know? Guys, get out if y'all can. Whoops. Get out of that relationship. If, you know, get here. Strong, independent person and become financially free so that you can get out, you know? Yep. Yeah. And y'all are going to be able to do it, okay? Y'all are going to be able to do it. I'm going to be able to do it. Y'all are going to be able to do it. We're all going to be able to, yeah, to do good. All right. Yeah. Let's get some dice, okay, guys? Oh, yeah, we're at 110. Definitely ain't time for dice. Alright. These are going to be loud, guys. I've got dice, okay? Alright, for the collectors, for their message today, can we clarify it with some names, words, initials, please, and thank you. My foot is itching, my right foot, my heel, just my heel. Oh, wow, I have a name. Do I have another R? Oh, no, I don't. But I thought I had Robert. But we can do Rob. Oh, gosh, somebody could be wanting to rob you. That's why. Yeah, they took that message. They didn't allow you to see that message. So they're robbing you of your future. You know what I mean? What an arsehole. Stupid MFer. That's what they are. They're a mutt. Yeah, like in the freaking Hunger Games. They are a mutt. Just trying to ruin people's lives. I see C and C, W and W, T and T, T and T, Big, B-I-G. I'm trying to see names. Oh, I see clue. Y'all could be given a clue. Huh. Okay. Clue. Y'all might be given a clue about this, okay? Is your divine masculine a Viking? I'm 1/8 Norwegian. I'm 1/8 Native American. This is just on my dad's side. I have more other stuff on my mom's side, but on my dad's side, I'm an 1/8 Norwegian and an 1/8 Native American, because my grandpa was half and half. And my dad is a quarter and a quarter. And then I'm an 1/8 and an 1/8. My great grandpa came over from Norway when he was a child. And then my grandpa was the first one born here. I'm a third generation born in America on my grandpa's side. My paternal grandpa. I got TNT again. I want to keep it. TNT. Yeah. It's going to be dynamite, this relationship. Like in a good way, you know? Or it could be talking about how toxic it is with this other relationship. We have two M's. We have two D's. We have CB. So someone could be a truck driver, CB radio. You could have a CB radio. I'm going to keep M and M and D and D. Those could be someone's initials. D and D. M and M. And LR. Okay. Signs, symbols, and synchronicities. Let's get some signs, symbols, and synchronicities for y'all. Got some more dice. It's gonna be loud. Signs, symbols, and synchronicities to help them clarify this message today. Look at that. Got the witch hat, and oh, you got a earth sign that's very witchy. Okay, very bitchy, very toxic. Okay. They could like Lord of the Rings, you know, or Harry Potter, or any of those, you know, witchy, mystical, magical movies. Okay. Yes, guys. Oh my gosh, y'all are dealing with someone who's very freaking toxic. They drain your energy vampire. They're very controlling, very manipulative. Could be a police officer, but we got the official person here in reverse. I feel like it's this toxic person, and their woman. They might have an extra woman, you know, an extramarital affair. You could like dinosaurs. You could like bananas, or someone's hair could be blonde. You could be moving slow and steady, okay? But this person here, guys, they've got to go. Protect your energy from them, and yes, block them. Block them. Whoever this is that blocked your message, yeah. It's your turn. You're getting blocked, stupid MFer. That's what I would do. I'd block their ass. You know, you don't have to communicate with them. Really, you don't. There's no reason. As soon as you get this divorce done and over with, I would block the shit out of them. And their family, too. Alright. For the collective, can we get some signs, planets, and numbers that will help clarify this message today? Please and thank you. I'm gonna fix those real quick. Moon and moon. We have two moons, okay? Yeah, we did have Pisces energy. High Priestess. I think we even had the moon come out somewhere. Ooh, I see 828. That could be significant for y'all. That's how they came out. Guys, I'm telling y'all, the 8-8 portal is important. And 2 represents unity. So this union could be coming together on 8-8, okay? But we have 3 8s here. Look at this. 888, 8. And that is cool. And we have 2 that talks about unions. We have 10 and 10 endings, you know. Talks about 10 as a something's ended, something new's coming along. 10 talks about the wheel, you know what I mean? We have 2. Make sure I just have 2. Yeah, here's Pisces to go with both of those moons. Yeah, look. I think that looks cool. I don't know if you want to see that other moon, but anyway. We have 2 Plutos, which that's Scorpio energy. Talks about change, transformations. Let me see. Yeah, transformation, passion. We have Taurus, we have Aries, we have Sagittarius. That's funny. We have, whoops, we have Capricorn, which we did see the Devil card too. We have South Node. South Node talks about your past life, where you come from. Oh, we have Leo. We have Leo. We have South Node, and we have Mercury, which is Gemini and Virgo. Talks about intellect and communication. And Wednesday is this day of the week. That's the only day of the week we got. Oh, no. We've got the moon here. The moon rules Cancer. It talks about intuition and freedom, and its day of the week is Monday. So Monday and Wednesday are very significant for y'all. Okay. As far as numbers go, 8 is very important. Okay, guys. You have 888. Okay. Your birthday could be February 8th. You could be 28 years old. Your birthday could be February 10th. That's my niece Sydney's birthday. Your birthday could be August 2nd, August 8th, August 10th. Your birthday could be October 8th, October 10th, October 2nd. You could be born in 82, 88. You could be 82 years old, 88 years old. Judgment could be coming, 10 and 10, that makes 20. Yeah. Alright guys, so this was your message. I hope that this helps. It makes me feel better, you know, finding out all the answers, you know, about this message. In March and September, guys, those are very significant. I would even say June, because it kept coming out on the bottom. You know, June kept coming out on the bottom of the deck. You could have been messaging this person in June. And May, March, and September have something to do with this, okay? Something significant to do with this message today. But I hope that this helps. I'm going to get off of here and get this down or uploaded as soon as possible so that y'all can see it, okay, guys? Again, thank you all so much for, I don't think I thanked y'all. I am so sorry. Thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel. We are growing, and I'm so excited. Thank you all so much. If you're just stopping by, which is the majority of the people I get stopping by my channel, are people who aren't even subscribed, so feel free to subscribe. Click subscribe below and hit that little notification bell, so you'll be notified each and every time I put out a new reading. And thank you all so much for liking and commenting. I enjoy all of those things. I love reading comments. And thank you for sharing my content. I truly appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a great week. I hope y'all have a great month. God bless y'all.